Okay. What the heck is going on here? I think my computer is haunted because this is not really working, which is really upsetting. So sorry about that, guys. Let's see what we got. I'm checking everything on my end. This is really not good. Oh no, that's not good at all, dude. So, well, okay. Sending a message to the... Whoa, we got one viewer, which might be me. Sending the message to the world. I am going to probably restart my router. That's a horrible thing to do. This never has happened before. I know we had issues with the Taupe Shark stream months ago, but I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, Sir Duckless Bane. Hello. This is interesting. So, yeah. Welcome to the stream. We're running into a lot of technical difficulties, which is really sad. Cursed Halloween night. But, I'm kind of curious what's going on here. We were talking about the Pocket Shark, and we got halfway through. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to our shark community. We got a lot of cool, like, we're on 47 species. And if you have any questions on sharks in general, please feel free to leave a comment in the chat. Like, it's pretty freeform. It's not really like a lecture or anything. It's just kind of more like we all, like goof off and talk about sharks and shark science. So, welcome to the channel. So, I'll go back up to the surface because this is where I kind of like left off, and I hope Howard and Roy and any other viewers can come back. So, and I hope this kind of stream quality updates. I'm not really sure what happened back there.
The viewers can come back.
But this is looking better. Okay, Howard's back. What's up, Howard? So yeah, I don't know what happened. I think everything is kind of catching up now. So, but thanks for coming back. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. So. Yeah, we'll keep going, and we'll dive into the deep sea in a hot second. So let me just make sure everything's completely okay with my computer. I think we're good. But Duckless Bane, I don't know if you were watching earlier. Again, welcome. We are talking about the Pocket Shark, which is a very weird shark. Please feel free to comment, like... where you're from, just in general. Like, we've got Canadians on the stream. Most people, we've got some East Coast people on the stream. Some West Coast people on the stream. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment. And I think we'll dive in because I'm assuming Roy probably saw the beginning of this really cool website, the Deep Sea. Neil.fun. This is really cool. I definitely recommend people exploring just to kind of get a good visualization of just the deep ocean. So awesome. Douglas Payne, USA, fellow American. Awesome. So what's really cool is like both the United States and Canada have some really great shark science. And I would say the United States and Australia, in particular, really big leaders in shark research. So, in terms of the world stage, so where we left off before the stream crashed, where it was, definitely remember this killer whale. So we were kind of halfway through and the bull shark. We were halfway through the epipelagic zone or the sunlit zone. So. And the Pocket Shark that we're talking about was caught at 330 meters deep, so this is going to be entering into the Twilight Zone. So this is really cool. The website gets more and more interesting the further down you go because it actually starts to feature deep sea oddities. We've got the chain cat shark, which is a beautiful species that is actually kind of like in my neck of the woods. I'm in the Chesapeake Bay area, Mid-Atlantic area. So kind of off our coast in Deepwater Canyons, you'll see this chain cat shark. And and it's actually really cool to see as you get further and further down. Twilight Zone has a little bit of light penetrating, but like not too much. So, and I'm wondering if for this website they do like maximum depth records, because it is really odd seeing like a bull shark, at 150 meters deep, great white shark 280 meters deep. These are predators that like to be kind of close to the surface because their major prey items are kind of close to the surface as well. But let's keep going. Gummy shark. This is a cousin of the dusky smoothhound, or the leopard shark. This is cool. 332 meters. This is around where the original pocket shark was caught. 330 meters deep. So that's kind of a cool note. At 332 meters, this is the deepest any human has ever scuba dived, set by Ahmad Gabr in 2014. That's really insane because that's about the pressure that you would be experiencing. That's 33 times the amount of air pressure, like you kind of crushing your body. It's kind of amazing that I don't think I ever knew that as far as like maximum scuba diving depth. So got blue shark here, firefly squid, very famous bioluminescent species. So super cool. So hey Roy, welcome back. So sorry about that. I don't really know what happened as far as the stream goes, but appreciate your patience. So let's see. We're taking a look into the Twilight Zone, this really cool website. Just kind of as a fun Halloween treat, since there's not going to be a lot of information on the pocket shark itself. So this is a really great visualization of how deep the ocean actually is. So sea angels are majestic sea slugs that use wings to propel themselves. Pretty cool. Mako shark. Yeah. It's weird seeing. Yeah, I think you're right, Howard, that these are maximum depths, because it is weird kind of seeing these predators these particular sharks at these particular depths. And good point is Emperor Penguin dive. An Emperor Penguin dove to 500 meters. That's insanity. Wow. Okay. Ocean sunfish, love these fish. Was lucky enough to see one earlier this year, so super cool. Bamboo coral. What's really cool is deep water corals can be hundreds of years old. There's actually there's a lot of deep water corals off the submarine canyons off the east coast of the United States. And they are as old as some of like the first like English settlers or colonists in the United States. For example, in Jamestown, colonized about 400 years ago. There's some corals that were still alive in that time period, like centuries years old. So pretty wild. Oh, this is cool. Japanese spider crab. Large snow crab with maximum leg span of 3.8 meters. So to convert for the US, that is about hold on, meters to feet. "12 feet. This is a 12-foot crab. So twice. The length of this crab is 2 people. That's really nuts. So. Coelacanth, really extraordinarily, amazing fish. It's one of the very few lobe-fin fish, so this is a completely unique branch of fishes that's kind of like a cool missing link between bony fish and amphibians in a weird way. Just the bone structure is completely different. So, Virginia Institute of Marine Science actually has a coelacanth specimen. I think Washington D.C. the National History Museum has a coelacanth as well, so very rare fish. Let's see. Oarfish. These are really rare, really cool. Giant oarfish can grow up to 11 meters long, so that's about I think it's one of the longest fish in the world. The sunfish is the heaviest, but oarfish is about 36 feet long. So this is a crazy fish. What's kind of fun is that this depiction right here is not really accurate. Oarfish actually sit vertically in the water column, so they'll actually be swimming with their head facing up towards the surface and their tails facing down. So they don't really swim horizontally like this. They're actually vertical in the water column. So let's see. Sperm whale. Sperm whale dive nearly to 1,000 meters, which is so cool. And leatherback sea turtle. Damn. These things are awesome. These are like dinosaurs. Largest sea turtle in the world. I've never seen one. I really hope to see one day. They're really crazy looking. They're enormous. Super, super cool. Midnight Zone. So I keep talking about the Midnight Zone. A lot of the sharks that we talk about are in the Midnight Zone, but this is 1,000 meters. No sunlight is able to reach this depth. So many deep sea creatures cope by creating light themselves, also known as bioluminescence. So let's see. Sir Douglas Bay didn't know Nautilus would go that deep. I didn't either, actually. They're pretty cool, and I had no idea they were actually found that deep as well. And then Roy sperm whales, super, super cool. We do have sperm whales off this coast. It's one of the hardest whales to find because, for whale watching and stuff, because their dives are so long. Because other whales, like humpback whales or minke whales, they'll come up on the surface, dive, they'll maybe be gone for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then they'll come back. Sperm whales are crazy. It's such a rare treat to see a sperm whale. So if anyone ever sees one on a whale watch, you're very, very lucky. They're really, really hard to find just because they have such a unique ability to dive so deep. So we got the famous anglerfish. Large bioluminescent lure used to attract prey in the darkness. Super cool. Phronima. Oh man, we talked about this last week. This is the creature that inspired Alien, the Alien, the xenomorph. So this is it's tiny, but it's a real animal. Amphipod, I think. These are really cool. As proportional to the body size, it has these enormous pincers. These things will hollow out jellyfish and live in them, and basically kind of do the alien thing where it's they take over another body. Very creepy. As far as they take over a jellyfish body, but creepy. Orange Ruffy. It's actually really cool that they talk about this. This fish is a classic example of why you should not fish for deep sea fish or eat deep sea fish because deep sea fish takes so long to reproduce and so long to grow, and it's very easy to deplete those stocks. And Orange Ruffy used to be very popular on the menu, and then it was rapidly becoming a crash as far as that fishery. So I think it's in bad taste now. I don't see it in the stores anymore. I used to have it when I was growing up, actually, and we didn't really know exactly how ecologically devastating it was to the fishery for Orange Ruffy. So and it's a cool note here. The Orange Ruffy can live up to 200 years. Deep sea life often have elongated lifespans. So these are cool. The blobfish. This one is the famous meme. It looks like this picture is of a healthy living individual, but the meme is the collapsed individual. There's the frilled shark, which we've talked about before. Really awesome prehistoric looking species. Super cool. Goblin shark. There we go. So really cool to see some familiar faces. Talked about goblin sharks before. Hatchetfish. Dragonfish. Let's see. This is a cool note. Many deep sea species use the color red as camouflage, since it's the first color to leave the spectrum as you dive deeper. So remember I said before the stream crashed, red is the first color to go. It penetrates down to about 10 meters as far as light goes, and then it kind of disappears. So if you do like deep scuba dives and you go further down, you'll notice that the color palette gets bluer and bluer and bluer, and you'll see less reds and oranges and yellows. It's because those colors get absorbed very quickly, in the water column. So it's kind of cool that deep sea species actually kind of, in a bizarre way, take advantage of that, as far as being red in color. So hydrothermal vents, about 1,500 meters. Sir Douglas Bane, wait a minute. I just got a text. I think I know you, maybe. Do I know you? Or is this someone else? I'm sorry, I'm getting texts from somebody I know who... Blobfish on a good day. And I'm sorry if it's not who I think it is, and I just randomly called you out. Sorry about that. So, Roy, small xenomorph, yeah. Super, super cool. Let's see. Hydrothermal vents, probably want to read that. Hydrothermal vents are formed from seawater passing through extremely hot volcanic rocks. They release heavy materials that are toxic to most animals, but even in those extreme conditions, specialized life finds way to survive. Yeti crabs, I'm pretty sure they were on Blue Planet. Blue Planet has a really cool special on the hydrothermal vents, so definitely recommend. 6-gill shark. Now this one would be really cool to do someday. Last stream on the Pacific Sleeper Shark was pretty awesome. It's actually getting more popularity. Our channel's pretty small, but it's kind of cool to see proportionally some sharks kind of hit it off. And the Pacific Sleeper Shark was one of them, and I think part of it is because the Pacific Sleeper Shark was just such a crazy, enormous species. But 6-gill sharks and 7-gill sharks, these would be really cool to do as well, because these get to be huge deep water predators. So this will be a really fun one to do someday. But yeah, 6-gill sharks spend the day in deep waters and the night in shallow waters. They can be found all over the world. A friend of mine saw a dead one last summer. The carcass was floating to the surface. It was the craziest looking thing. So, and this was in the Pacific Northwest. So, let's see. Jewel squid. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. No. Telescope octopus. They're almost completely transparent and have unique protruding eyes. I've never heard of that before. What's kind of cool is we're 2,000 meters deep. We've already seen a lot of stuff, but there's a lot more to go. I promise I'll not spend too much time on this because we do have one more Pocket Shark paper. But still, this is kind of fascinating to see, we just entered the midnight zone and there's already so much to talk about. So, giant isopod. Meals are rare in the deep sea. Deep sea creatures have adapted to this. One giant isopod in captivity went 5 years without eating. Cool. So, have you guys seen these before? Because these are actually becoming pretty popular in aquariums. I've seen one in... Oh, shoot. The National Aquarium in Baltimore, I think, has one. I think the New England Aquarium has one. And I want to say the Virginia Aquarium actually has one, too. But have you guys ever seen these? Little Tuna Roll, what's up? Welcome back. It's good to see you. Roly Poly. Okay, I think I know who Sir Douglas Bane is. Oh, Roy, we have some at Ripley's Aquarium over here. Awesome. Yeah, it's kind of amazing that this species is actually kept becoming more popular, because you would think for living at such high pressure, you couldn't really pull that off in a tank, right? I mean, when you look at this, this is 200 times or 211 times atmospheric pressure, all in this species. In a tank, you're not going to get that at all. So it's kind of cool that they actually, aquariums are actually, home, housing these species. They're really, really wild looking. But Greenland shark, Classic Somniosis. So this was a cousin to what we saw last week. So super, super cool to see that. Lurking in the depths. Colossal Squid. I think Howard mentioned this last week as well. Colossal squid are the largest known squid species. They can reach lengths of 10 meters and weigh up to 700 kilograms. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Barrel eye fish. This is another famous blue planet fish. These are creepy, actually. The barrel eye fish have a transparent head that allows their eyes to collect more light. So, these are really weird. As much as I talk about the pocket shark being weird, it is like kind of weird seeing that this is a fish species. Let me zoom in. So this is kind of a blurry image, but these two green things are its eyes, and it's actually looking up through its skull. You know, and like these two dots are its nostrils. It's a very, very weird fish. I don't even know how that evolved the way it evolved. So, yeah. It's real isopod hours. Nice, Roy. Blind old mega dogfish. Yeah. Let's see. Elephant seal dive. Yikes. 2,400 meters deep. That's insane, actually. I had no idea they could do that. By the way, elephant seals are absolutely terrifying. Like these are colossal animals that just like I would never want to be on you know, like the receiving end of an elephant seal. Like seeing these things like fight is insane. Like these are just like terrifying animals. Giganticus. Wait, did I get that right? Gigantactus. I have no idea what this is. It's like a specialized anglerfish. This is so weird looking. Man. Chimeras, these are distant cousins to sharks. So these are the outgroup of Elasmobranchs. So these are cartilaginous fish. But they have a couple weird features. They have like a gill covering, kind of like bony fish, but they are cartilaginous fish. So Squidworm. Is it a squid or a worm? It's a worm. Interesting. I've never heard of Squidworm. It sounds like Squidward, but yeah. New favorite deep sea creature. Oh man. These are cool. The black swallower. Black swallows can swallow entire fish whole, even those fish vastly larger than themselves. So this is a distending stomach. So the black swallower can actually extend its jaws to pretty much be its body size, and then it will carry a fish much larger than itself in its distended stomach for as long as it needs to, as far as digestion goes. So. Creepy. Got a viperfish. Whoop. Howard Care. Everything down there looks like it came out of a Beetlejuice movie. Yeah, it reminds me, I'm wearing some Beetlejuice stuff. Happy Halloween. I mean, it's not Beetlejuice. It kind of is Beetlejuicy. Yeah, Beetlejuice has got the black and white stripes going on, so. So. Oh, nice! Howard, yeah, you drew the isopod the goblin shark. I remember that. It's, like, nice detail. So, Roy elephant seals for real? Yeah, I cannot believe it can go that far. Because when you think about that, and Sir Douglas Bain, how can it go that deep? Like, when you think about that, you have to think about, like, what is it doing with its lungs? Like, as far as, like, you know, and like how is gas exchanged in terms of like the pressure on its body, the pressure in its lungs, like what kind of adaptations do elephant seals have, or like the penguins, like emperor penguins have? It's insane, you know, because under pressure, like gas explodes, and it's just like it's just kind of wild that these animals can do it. So I don't know too much about the biology of like elephant seals or penguins or like sperm whales as far as like how they can do this stuff, but pretty cool. So let's see. It's all Tim Burton stuff down there. Oh my gosh. Dylan Nichols looks like hamburger fish to me. Hamburger, hamburgerish. Thank you. So everybody, it's really great to see Dylan Nichols here. Great man. I mentioned a couple streams ago that I officiated a wedding in the summer, and it was my brother's wedding, and that is the brother who I officiated the wedding for. So Dylan is my younger brother, and he is happily married now, and now he is calling me the Hamburglar. So yes, that is the thanks I get for marrying like him and Kat. So, but thank you, bro. So welcome to the stream. What part of the United States are you from? Let's see. Oh, thanks, Roy. I appreciate that. Let's start that. And Howard, what the heck are they doing down there? Like, what? Little tuna roll. Garlic Soy Boy is also here, so it's a fam gathering tonight. I appreciate that. So these are a lot of these people I know. They're quite they're quite close. So, but yeah. Howard, getting back to your question, we are 2,800 meters deep, and we're not even like at the bottom, and we're not even at the extent of like where still a lot of life can be found. You know, it's kind of amazing that we're so removed from sunlight, and yet these creatures have found adaptations to kind of, you know, like persevere and exist in the way that they are in the like this deep sea environment. So we still have a long ways to go. As far as deep sea sharks go, a lot of them are in the 3,000 meter range. And I think the deepest I've ever heard of as far as a shark goes is 4,000 meters. So it's kind of wild that we're not even there yet. And we're seeing all of this life here. So I think a lot of it is secondary energy transfer as far as like... you see all these like white dots in this diagram. This is actually a really cool visualization of marine snow. So these are like organic compounds that like fall from the surface down into the depths, and you know, like a lot of smaller organisms like zooplankton will eat that, and they become food items for larger animals like fish, and eventually all the way up to sharks. So it is ultimately anything from the surface like photosynthesis and all the life that happens on the surface. Anything that kind of falls from that, like any detritus or anything like whale fall or like things that sink down, like there's a huge accumulation of organic compounds that still sink down, and primarily that's one way a lot of deep sea animals get their nutrition. But it's really cool to see like other things like those hydrothermal vents being a direct source of nutrients. And ultimately supporting a food chain. So it's a weird environment with a lot of like unique adaptations that are necessary to live, even that far away from sunlight. So the scalyfoot snail gets its name from the iron plates on its foot and the iron shell it makes out of iron sulfide. So really cool. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Vampire squid. Vampire squids eat... Oh, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Vampire squids eat marine snow, organic material that falls from shallower waters. So, that was actually good timing. So, oh dear. So many comments. So many comments. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Alright. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on marine science comments. It's like... the headless chickenfish are sea cucumbers with wing-like fins that allow them to swim. I have never heard of this, but let's zoom in on that. Headless chickenfish. So this is apparently a real animal. The headless chickenfish. That's actually quite hilarious. So, zombie worm I've actually heard of. Creepy animal. I forget what makes them that way. Because I think these are found around whale bones. Really creepy. We can keep going. Although it is Halloween. I mean, or close to Halloween. So, Cuvier's beaked whale. Interesting. Cuvier's beaked whale are the... Cuvier's. Cuvier's beaked whale are the deepest diving mammals. Didn't know that. So 3,000 meters. So 3,000 meters is around, most deep sea sharks can get this far down. So see if we can keep an eye out for anything. Gulper eels, super, super cool. We actually saw a clip of a gulper eel a couple streams ago. I think we were looking at either gulper sharks. I think it was gulper sharks. Cosmic jellyfish, super cool. I love that this feels more and more like space. You know, just like it's just so creepy. Stoplight loose jaw. It's kind of like it kind of has a gulper eel thing going on. It has this like huge jaw that like protrudes pretty far out. Very, very creepy fish. Harp sponge. Never heard of that before. Very cool. The cookie cutter shark. So, actually, now that we've got so many of my relatives on the stream, I guess we can mention some of the gross things about the cookie cutter shark. So, fun fact, guys. Cookie cutter sharks shed their teeth and swallow them. So, nothing goes to waste. They periodically shed their teeth, their lower teeth specifically, as like this conveyor belt. Almost imagine like, you know, if you wear a retainer, imagine, you know, popping out your retainer and swallowing it. That's how a cookie cutter shark lives. Other fun facts about the cookie cutter shark is, you know, it takes rapid plugs of flesh out of prey. So it latches onto something like a whale or a tuna and does a sharp twist and takes like a perfect circular plug of flesh out of prey. Some people have experienced cookie cutter shark bites. So these sharks actually will swim up to the surface at night. And there's been 5 documented cookie cutter shark attacks or cookie cutter shark incidences. So happy Halloween. These are these are creepy, creepy sharks. On a happier note, these are also bioluminescent sharks, and they're cousin to the pocket shark that we've been discussing tonight. So easily, Delacidae is the weirdest shark family. I'm going to just say it hands down. I think it's the strangest shark family. Very, very, very cool, very extreme, creepy sharks. So, let's see. These are really cool comments. Super fun. Lizardfish. This thing actually, we talked about this before, but this is the thing that creeped me out. When I used to work in the Marine Lab, like they had preserved specimens of this, and it was the grossest, creepiest thing. I think it's Bathyluris or Bathysaurus is the scientific name for it. Creepy, creepy thing. Like just really, really disconcerting. So. The flabby whalefish. I've never heard of that. Flabby whalefish. It's red. I mean, so I guess it's well camouflaged in the deep sea environment because red light is absorbed at or first, so it's virtually invisible. But flabby whalefish. That's a new one. Oh man. This is crazy. Look at this, guys. So 3,600 meters deep, basically 3,700 meters deep. This is the average depth of the ocean. So we're halfway to the bottom. That is actually, I don't even know if that's true. Never mind, that's not true. Like, because like most of the, sorry, that's not true. Forget what I just said. We're not halfway to the bottom. We're almost halfway to the bottom. We'll get to that in a little bit, but this is the average depth of the ocean, and it's incredible to see. Like, we've already passed through so much, we've already seen so many critters, like, and it's just, we're not even done. And it's astounding the ocean is this big and this deep. And like, when you think of like the surface area of the ocean and like how like it dominates the planet, and when you just like kind of multiply that by like how deep it is, you know, it's pretty incredible. And there's a lot of things still yet to be discovered. It's kind of cool, like, kind of tying it together with the pocket shark. The fact that we only found 2 specimens of this genus, you know, like in the years we've been studying. I mean, I feel like it's very exciting as far as, like, there's still so many other shark species to be discovered. Because, like, the first pocket shark was discovered in 1984. The second one, what was that, 2015? So, you know, there's still a lot to see. So, super, super cool. Let's keep going. This is so cool. Titanic, yikes. So, Titanic sank to its final resting place at a depth of 3,800 meters. This year has been really infamous with the whole, I think it was Ocean Gate is the name, that whole disaster. I forget how far that, submersible went, but it's kind of interesting as a point of reference in terms of like the enormous pressure down here and the fact that we still have a ways to go. So it's pretty crazy to see like how deep the ocean gets. So let's keep going. Patagonian toothfish. Whoa. A Patagonian toothfish have antifreeze proteins in its tissues to prevent freezing in sub-zero temperatures. Wow, that's pretty wild. A couple Arctic ocean fish have a similar thing going on. There are some fish that live in the Arctic, and they have like a similar kind of protein, which is pretty cool. So, the Dumbo octopus, finally something kind of cute down in the depths. It's an adorable little thing. It uses these are not ears, but they look like ears, hence the name. It uses these to flap and swim away from all the other terrifying things that live down here. So. The Abyssal Zone. Just double check the comments. Oh, wow. Sir Douglas Bang. They related Wolfland sharks and sharks as well. I think you're right. Actually, for the good call. Yeah. Pygmy sharks. And you're mentioning pocket shark, and the gutter sharks being related to Wolfland sharks. Good call. Let me put a star on that actually, because yes, that's I think you're right. So. Flabby whalefish looks like a creature deep sea plus SpongeBob episode. That is by far one of my favorites. So super cool. Sir Douglas Bane, right again. I think the Greenland shark has the same thing. You're absolutely right. Greenland sharks do have an antifreeze protein going on in its body. So very cool. Give a star to that as well. So. Sorry about the audio. I just saw your comment, Howard. Let me know if it gets better, please. I'm so sorry about that. I think it's probably I'm just doing too many things at once, so sometimes the audio cuts out. But hope it gets better soon, because we're about to enter the abyss. So Abyssal Zone. Temperature here is near freezing, and very few animals can survive the extreme pressure. So what's kind of cool about this area... Oh, thanks, Howard. Awesome. So what's kind of cool about this area is 4,000 meters is pretty sure the maximum depth for sharks. There might be a couple species that might push the boundaries, and they might be over 4,000 meters as far as depth goes, but for the most part, I think that's kind of like the upper limit. So it's unusual for a shark to be found below 4,000 meters. But let's check it out. Let's see what we got. The Atolla jellyfish. Interesting. I'm actually really curious to see if any shark comes up this far down. It's actually really creepy because it's getting darker and darker. Less marine snow. Oh, the sea pig. I forgot about the sea pig. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Zayfrank. Is a great, it's a classic YouTube channel that does kind of like goofy nature documentaries in like a funny voice. Sea Pig, I'm pretty sure, is a Zayfrank episode. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Zayfrank is actually one of the classic YouTubers that has done really well adapting to a lot of like YouTube's like changes, and I think he's one of the original YouTube channels that still remained relevant. Now that we're like almost 20 years at YouTube, which is kind of crazy. So crazy to think about. Oh, the megamouth shark! Look at this. So megamouth sharks are one of the largest growing shark species, with some reaching 7 meters long. So super cool. This is one of the few lambda we haven't seen, because this year we've covered a lot of the lambda. We've covered like the porbeagle, the shortfin mako, the goblin shark, sand tiger shark, basking shark. So this is a cousin of all of those. It's a cousin of the great white. It's a plankton-eating shark. So it's one of the few sharks that actually does filter plankton from the water. The other two are the basket shark and the whale shark. This one is less well known. It's very rare, hard to find. So that will be a cool one to do someday as well. Got a lot of cool options. So 7 meters, it's about 23 feet. 23 feet in size, so huge, huge shark. So it's a really cool animal, and the name is correct. Like, Megamouth is a great name for this, because like the mouth is like the head and the mouth are proportionally pretty enormous relative to the body. It's just like one thing I'm a little concerned with is like I hope people don't confuse this with like Megalodon, and like I've been very anti-Megalodon. The past couple of months, because it's just like I feel like I've seen so many Meg things and I'm so done with it. Where Megalodon doesn't exist anymore, but Megamouth exists. It's an entirely different thing, an entirely different shark, and it's really cool. So we should do the Megamouth soon. So. Oh, Fangtooth, cool creepy fish, huge teeth. The tripod fish, these are really wild. They walk on the seafloor with these very long thread fins. Caridia, it looks like a prong or a shrimp of some kind. Never heard of that. We're 5,000 meters down. Now we're about halfway through. The faceless fish, I have no idea what that is. Very creepy. It's fun seeing these deep sea oddities for Halloween. It's super, super cool. So, oh, Roy, Zay Frank is amazing. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you've seen it. Let's see. Sir Douglas Bain, as I recall, more recent specimen was found to have more evolved teeth. A more recent specimen of Megamouth? Or of, a specimen of what specifically? If you don't mind me asking. Sir Douglas Bang. Amphipoda, I think this is just amphipods in general, so we might be getting to the point in the ocean where, oh, here we go. This is the deepest point of the Manila Trench in the South China Sea. I think we're getting to the point in the ocean where it's going to be harder and harder to find creatures, and definitely harder to find vertebrates. We've got the brittle star, 5,000 meters down. The abyssal spiderfish. I've never heard of that. Ugh, wow. Really freaky. We're just going to zoom ahead. 6,000 meters down. This is so cool. The Hadal Zone. More people have been to the moon than the Hadal Zone. So, fun trivia question. We can name... there's a very famous person who's been to the Hadal Zone that I'm sure somebody can name on the stream. So, who can name it first? Who's the very famous person? A celebrity. A celebrity has been to the Hadal Zone. I think we can consider this person a celebrity. So, which celebrity has been to the Hadal Zone? Let's see. Megamouth. Interesting. Sir Douglas Bain, I actually don't know. Would you say, as you call more recent specimen, Megamouth was found to have more evolved teeth? We'll have to check that out. So, interesting. Alright, I'm going to keep diving into the Hadal Zone, waiting comments for the celebrity who's been there, and I'll give some hints as we get further down. So, most of the Hadal Zone takes place in deep sea trenches. Deep sea trenches formed by a process called subduction, where the Earth's tectonic plates meet and push together. Very cool. Oh, wow. The USS Johnston, I don't think I know this one. The USS Johnston sank in World War II as the deepest shipwreck ever found. So this is 6,200 meters. That's crazy. Whoa, that's actually really eerie. Deepest shipwreck, 6,200 meters. That's actually really, really weird. Really, really terrifying. The deep sea can be a lonely place. Yes, it can. Very creepy. Life here is sparse. The extreme conditions make survival difficult. But still not impossible. Grenadier. Wow. So that's a fish. That's a fish 6,800 meters deep. Super crazy. However, no idea. I'll give a hint. It's a Hollywood celebrity, or it's someone connected to Hollywood, and it's a guy. It's a guy connected to Hollywood, who went down to the Hadal Zone. And actually, I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. I am pretty sure he's Canadian. Let me check that really quick. I just want to make sure I'm not going crazy. He's Canadian. Okay. Which Canadian celebrity has been to the Hadal Zone? Yep. Forgot about that. Chiton. So little is known about life in these deep sea environments. Almost every expedition uncovers something new. 7,000 meters deep. Comb jellies. These are cool. Comb jellies are really fun. We have them in shallow water as well. They are bioluminescent and iridescent. So this picture is showing off the iridescence, like how it's sunlight actually captures the rainbow colors. But in the deep dark environment, they also exude blue light. So they are also bioluminescent. So, oh, and I'm sorry. Comb jellies have been around for 500 million years. Despite looking like jellyfish, they're not closely related. Comb jellies are one of the biggest things that's different about them is that they don't sting. They actually have a feature that's like sticky tentacles, so they'll like wave their tentacles in the water and things will stick to them. So these are good guesses. Not William Shatner, not Ryan Reynolds. Good guesses. I'm gonna wait till we get to the bottom because like I think you guys will be blown away in terms of who it is. So I think a better way to say it is a Canadian connected to the film industry has been into the Hadal Zone. This is the deepest point of the Java Trench in the Indian Ocean, 7,000 meters deep. (8,000 meters deep). We are getting close to the end. This is super cool to see, but oh man, that's crazy. The Hadal snailfish. So that's insane. Like that is insane that there's a fish that far deep. So that's 8,200 meters. That's almost 1,000 times the pressure of the surface. And to think that there's a vertebrate that lives this far down is just like that it's almost kind of emotional, like to think that there's like a vertebrate that like is withstanding that much pressure. It's unbelievable that life can be that far down. That's so cool. So shout out to the Hadal snailfish. Super cool. Look at the fins. Is it a chimera? So that's a good guess. I think Hadal snailfish, I do think this is a bony fish of some kind. It's a really good guess because it is a similar body structure where it's kind of like a tapered end. But I'm pretty sure snailfish are bony fish. Let me check that really quick. And I'm having so much fun with this that I realized that it's almost 11. So shark for next week. Let me know in the comments what shark species you would like to do next week. We'll keep going further down in the ocean, but I feel like we should probably set next week's shark up. And yes, okay, so snailfish is a bony fish. So, but good guess, Howard, because it does have a very similar body structure to chimeras. So, okay, cusk eel. Man, I can't believe this. Cusk eels. This is also a bony fish, but I cannot believe fish are this far down. Unbelievable. Okay, this is the lowest point of the Puerto Rico Trench. Super cool. So in the Atlantic, the Puerto Rico Trench is the deepest part of the Atlantic Ocean. So 8,600 meters deep. But we still got a ways to go. Deepest trench is in the Pacific. Oh man, guys, you scroll the height of Mount Everest. Like, it's just, isn't this incredible? Just like how deep the ocean is. Oh, here we go. Frilled shark, megamouth, six gill. Okay, bonnethead shark. So I would narrow it down to a megamouth or six gill because we've done frilled shark. I'm pretty sure we've done we've done frilled shark. We've definitely done frilled shark, and we've done bonnethead shark. So these are both really good choices. This is hard to pick, megamouth or six gill. Sir Douglas Bain, I think you could be the tiebreaker because either one is really good. Megamouth or six gill shark, either pick is going to be a really cool stream. So, and they're both they're huge species. They're very, very big. So, six gill shark is megamouth. Okay, awesome. So megamouth is a unique branch of the lamniforms. So yeah, we're going to do the megamouth next week. So thank you for being the tiebreaker on that. And that's going to be next week's shark. So we're 9,000 meters deep. We're almost at the end. Many probes and submarines have been lost trying to reach the deepest parts of the ocean. I'll give one more hint in terms of the celebrity who has been down. He's a Canadian celebrity connected to Hollywood, who's been down to the Hadal Zone. His work is very much inspired by the ocean. So he incorporates the ocean into a lot of his projects. So that's my last hint before we touch the bottom. I'll reveal who it is when we touch the bottom. On January 23rd, 1960, about 9 years before the moon landing, humans went where they never had before. Two men, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh, onboarded the submarine Trieste, slowly descended into the Mariana Trench. So this is not who I'm thinking of, by the way, but who I'm thinking of has also been to the Mariana Trench. So this is cool. So this is the famous Trieste. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is the famous submarine that's been down to the deepest part of the ocean. So it's kind of cool that we're following it. The goal was to reach the Challenger Deep, the deepest point in the ocean. So this also should be a clue, the Challenger Deep. Roy got it! James Cameron. It's James Cameron. James Cameron is a celebrity who has been down to the Hadal Zone. He built a custom submarine. He actually has a documentary on it. I think it's on Disney Plus. But James Cameron has been to the Hadal Zone. So he, I think, not reenacted, but like basically like took on the challenge to go to Challenger Deep and go to the Mariana Trench. It was a huge undertaking. Because it was such a really inaccessible place that scientists were like, okay, James, like you got to really document everything you can down there because like this is so hard to do and so logistically crazy to accomplish. So he built a custom submarine. He went down into Challenger Deep. He documented. He did a documentary on Disney Plus, and we should probably check up next week. I'll see if I can pull that up because, like, he. I know he caught a lot of footage or recorded a lot of footage, and I feel like by the time his documentary came out, the footage wasn't really released yet. As far as like scientific analysis in terms of what he found. So maybe next stream I'll pull that up and we can kind of take a look at what he found. So, but there's actually a really funny South Park episode, kind of like poking fun at him. I mean, not poking fun at him. They actually kind of celebrated him, but like there's a funny South Park episode where James Cameron goes to the bottom of the ocean to find the bar and raise the bar, and he like. You know, it was such an amazing thing. This happened like 5 years ago. So, But yeah, so next stream we'll talk about the Megamouth, and we'll. I think I want to see if they actually have any like documented footage of like maybe things that he found down there. So this is interesting. The submarine used a rebreather system that would later be used in spacecraft. There was barely enough space inside the pressure sphere for both of them. So cool. The immense pressure of the deep sea means any mistakes would mean certain depth. Yep. 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 10,000 meters deep. We're getting close to the bottom. We're not 100% there yet. During the descent, one of the window panes cracked and shook the entire vessel. That's crazy. Nevertheless, they continued. This is unbelievable. Even at these unfathomable depths, Jocks and Dong could still see life out of the window. Life can survive unimaginable environments. The Hadal amphipod. So cool. Oh, fun fact. Hadal is actually derived. It's derived from Hades, like hell, or the god of the underworld. So I think that's really cool that the kind of the official name of the deepest part of the ocean is based on that. Super, super cool. After 4 hours and 47 minutes of anxiety and claustrophobia, they succeeded and became the first humans to reach the deepest point in the ocean, the Challenger Deep. So here we go. 10,924 meters deep. So we've reached the bottom of the ocean. So this is The Deep Sea, Made with Love by Neil Agarwal. This website is super cool. Definitely check it out. Super fun to explore and scan. So yeah, we did it. 10,000 meters deep. So I'm glad we did that for Pocket Shark Stream, because this is such a rare shark species and there's so little known about it that we had to do something special, and we also had to do something special for Halloween. So I thought this was super fun, and it's pretty incredible, like just how deep the ocean is. I do want to check really quickly before we wrap up for tonight. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. This is the last article with a pocket shark in it. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anything with that. But I think they're just referencing the pocket shark as a comparison. I don't think they're really... These are the same figures that we saw from the other article. So I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. This is actually really cool. This is a CT scan of the pocket shark. These are the weird denticles. So yeah, I think this is more of the same. Oh, there's the pocket gland anatomy right there. Very creepy. But I think most of this is basically kind of the same, because again, there's only 2 specimens of pocket shark in the world. So yeah, it's a very rare species. I feel slightly more comfortable with it. I think kind of seeing that diagram of the actual pocket and just kind of learning more, this diagram, and kind of learning more about maybe this is something used for mating or as far as like secreting pheromones, or something used for survival in terms of like maybe emitting bioluminescence to avoid prey or attract predators. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with the pocket shark as a whole. And I think my biggest takeaway as far as the species goes is that this family, Delaetidae, is the creepiest shark family and the most unusual shark family and maybe the most extreme shark family. And it's a wild ride. It's super, super cool. Yeah. So I think with that, we'll wrap up. Thank you guys for your patience with the stream splitting in 2. I'm so sorry about that. I hate it when that happens. That's only happened once with the Taupe Shark stream. So we'll split this up into, the first episode is a Pocket Shark episode, and the second episode is, we'll just call it the Deep Sea or the Hadal episode. I'll figure out a fun title for it. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was super fun to do. I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween tomorrow. I am definitely going to marathon some. I think Destination Fear is the creepy ghost show that it always freaks me out, but I haven't really scared myself this month. and I feel like it's time to do something kind of creepy and scary. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I hope you guys have something fun planned for actual Halloween night. But thank you so much for joining, and I really appreciate, I think, Duckless Bane and Little Tuna Roll and Dylan Nichols. They might still be here. I appreciate you guys hopping on too. So, but this was super fun. Cheers. Have a good night, guys, and happy Halloween.